Steve, thanks very much for taking the time. You finished third and you finished strongly in what was a tough European qualifiers group. How do you now assess the challenge provided by Israel? Do you have more optimism going into them given the way you finished qualifying?
I think it was important for us to finish the group the way we did. It was important to finish to our seeding. We were seeded third in the group, so it was important that we finished that way. It was a really difficult section for us, especially the middle part when we played against the two top seeds. But we bounced back well from that, and to finish with 3 victories gives us a little bit of momentum and a better feeling going into the playoff games in March.
Putting the qualifiers to one side now, how much of an advantage is it being at home for playoffs? Hampden will be buzzing, ready to roar. What are you expecting?
Yeah, I think a full house at Hampden makes it a great stadium to play football in. The crowd will be there in numbers. They'll be there with expectation and demanding the best off the players. And I think when you have a demanding crowd, the players normally step up to the mark. So it should be a good occasion for us.
It's a one-legged tie. How does that change it? I mean, it's obviously all or nothing. It's basically a final before a potential final.
Yeah, I think that's what you have to look at. There's no point in looking too far ahead to the second game. You have to get through the first game. A one-off game in football, everybody knows that anything can happen, so we have to be prepared for anything within the game. We have to deal with the circumstances, and obviously we have to deal a little bit with the pressure, because we have to embrace the fact that there is a pressure. We're a host nation. We don't want to be standing on the sidelines watching other teams enjoying themselves in Glasgow. We want to be involved too.
I think on top of that, theoretically, your favourites for this tie. That's what the draw says. Does that change the approach? How do the players cope with that, and you yourself as well?
No, again, if people make us favourites, that's fine. We have to embrace it. We have to accept it. There might be a little bit more pressure on us. We're the home team, probably expected to go through. But we recognise and respect our opponents. They're a good team. They have good players. They have a big threat, and we have to learn how to deal with that. And obviously, we have to play to our best.
It's been a long time since Scotland reached a major tournament. That's a bit of a prize, isn't it, dangling there? What impact would qualifying have for such a proud football nation?
I think the impact would be far-reaching. It's been a long time since Scotland qualified for a major tournament, and it's really important for the young players in the country, the grassroots development of the young players all the way through. It's important for the supporters that they get the chance to go and be part of the major tournament. It's been a long time since the Scottish fans had that feeling, and it would be great if we could do that for them this summer.
Yeah, and exactly, that's exactly what I was going to ask. What would it do for this squad, which is obviously a talented squad, in terms of belief and belonging at that level, in terms of future generations potentially qualifying for more tournaments?
Yeah, I think when you look at our squad, it's a squad that's developing. It's not a squad that's full of great international experience. They're picking up more caps as they go along. I think you can see slowly but surely. I feel that we're improving as a team, as a squad. And if you qualify for a major tournament, obviously it gives you that boost, it gives you that belief that you can do it when you go to the next tournament.
That improvement you talk about, that positive end to qualifying, that positivity and kind of general optimism, how important is that approaching such a crunch game?
I think it's very important. We had a really sticky spell in the middle of our qualifying section when we lost quite heavily to Belgium and Russia, the two top teams. So on the back of that, it was really important we finished strong. It was important that we finished to our seeding, which is to finish third in the group. We managed to do that. We managed to score a few goals. And the players have come out the last 3 games feeling a little bit better about themselves, and it's important we take that momentum into March.
You'd be in England's group if you qualify. Euro 96 all over again. How much would that motivate you as a manager and your players as well?
No, I think for any Scotsman, the matches Scotland against England always have that special significance. But it seems a long way away, and it seems there's a lot to do before we get to that stage. Hopefully, when we get the other side of March, we're still talking about that occasion.
More generally about the tournament, how exciting is it to be a host city? I mean, Scotland's obviously Tartan army, life and soul of the party, really, wouldn't it?
Would be. If we can get ourselves there, I'm sure the Tartan army would have a great time. They would also have a trip to London, which they seem to enjoy. So it's really important. Listen, we don't underestimate the importance of these games coming up in March. Like I said, we have to get through the first one, and then we can look forward to a difficult second game as well.
John McGinn's talismanic figure for club and country. Andy Robertson has played 2 European Cup finals now. How important is it for your objectives, and how beneficial is it for them to be at the top of their games?
I think it's important for all the players in the squad to be, come March, top of their game. It's a long way away. As we sit here now, there's about 4 months to go before we get there, so I understand football, a lot of things can change. But if we get to March and all our top players are in good condition, playing well for their clubs, then that can only help us.
That's brilliant.